Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast and game 1 in a best of 3 series between Fantafiction versus Th000. Game 1 taking place here on Echo Isle. Here we have Fantafiction spawning as the red Undead on the top left hand side of the map. Meanwhile, over here on the top right, we do have Th000, also known as 3 Eggs or Samdan or Sandan, depending on where you are from and whether or not you want to call him by his real name. Now, this is going to be a human versus undead matchup, as we are already taking a look at a rather interesting build there. There's a little bit of a swap on the peasants, not quite sure exactly why, but you did see that there, as we are going to be going into most likely an Archmage versus a Death Knight matchup. Now, I do want to see some other heroes come out first. You often see Lich come out first in, say, an Undead versus Undead mirror match. And we may see a Death Knight coming out a little bit later, as Fantafiction did delay that Altar of Darkness. Rather curious, especially on a map as small as this. It looks like he's going to be going for those Crypt Fiends, with that Graveyard being positioned right next to that lumber line there, trading up an extra ghoul, and then should be transitioning into Crypt Fiends rather nicely. Now, Archmage should be... Oh, Mountain King coming out first. Alright, Mountain King, not that unorthodox of a primary or first hero. Mountain King, very, very strong on Echo Isle. You are always close to your shop, so it is rather easy to get Clarity Potions onto that Mountain King early on. And if you can get a Mountain King up to level 3, that Stormbolt does do wonders. Meanwhile, it is going to be, alright, apparently Fantafiction and Th000 decided to just turn me upside down instead of an Archmage versus a Death Knight matchup. No, that's too simple, too common, too ordinary. We're going to go Mountain King versus Lich first. Alright, Mountain King does still work out sometimes as your primary or first hero, but I don't know how that Lich strategy is gonna do. Mountain King looking to perhaps take down some of these units here. We should see a Troll Shadow Priest being picked up here momentarily. There it is. And that Renegade Wizard, I believe, did do a couple of purges, but didn't really do much with them, as there's a store build on the Renegade Wizard. Renegade Wizard will take a little bit of damage. There's another purge doing absolutely nothing, as we now see level 2 on the Mountain King. He picks up a Pendant of Energy, the perfect item for him, as he now has close to 400 mana. 400 mana means that that Mountain King will have plenty of Stormbolts saved up in every single fight. Though now just looking to continue to creep out rather quickly. The Troll Shadow Priest should perhaps be doing a little bit of healing on that Mountain King, as that Mountain King will get up to 390 mana eventually. Meanwhile, we see that the Lich is already moving out, and this is a Lich with an Acolyte already. Are we going for a fast expansion? It definitely looks that way. As you can see, a Ziggurat is already being placed down. This is a rather unorthodox strategy coming in from the Undead player, and I do hope that this strategy doesn't put him too far behind. Not having that Death Knight means that that Lich is going to be very, very vulnerable, especially when going up against a Mountain King first, who does have a lot of options for Stormbolt. Now, what this Lich can try to do is this Lich can, in fact, get that Dark Ritual and just try to sacrifice a whole bunch of Skeletal Warriors in order to get a lot of mana. Should we be seeing that now? It looks as though there's level 2. He could go ahead and start doing those Dark Rituals in just a moment, trying to go after the Nightcrawler. If we see perhaps a Tome of Experience dropped by that Nightcrawler, that would be the absolute best, as that Lich would be very, very far on its way to level 3. Alright, Nightcrawler gonna get taken down. There it goes. It is a Tome of Strength +2. Does give him a little bit more beefiness. Not too bad overall, as he may decide to start sacrificing skeletal minions just because he wants mana. Now, you do see that he's sitting on Blight off over here. There's some skeletal minions. And what is he doing besides... Nope. He's not doing anything. Alright, here's the attack. There's the Mountain King. Mountain King is at level 2, very close to level 3. There's the Stormbolt, and oh, this could be bad, as we could see a Frost Nova. There is the Frost Nova on the Footman there, as the one Ghoul now already going to be backing off. Now the Lich does need to get more skeletal minions. You can see that there are a lot of skeletons there. Level 3 now on that Mountain King. The Storm Bolts will be coming in very, very hard. As you can see, one Troll Berserker does get taken down. Are we going to start seeing those dark rituals? We need to if we expect that Lich to have a lot of mana. There you go. Already back up to 127. Should have been doing that much, much earlier, though, if he wants to win out in these engagements. Meanwhile, Th000 deciding to go, you know what? You went for a fast expansion. I'm going to tower you. All right, tower is now looking to come in. There's a Storm Bolt. 225 damage Storm Bolt followed by a couple swings of the blade. And things are just looking up and up. There's a Frost Nova taking out a Troll Shadow Priest. Level 3 now on the Lich. There's a Dark Ritual as well, trying to get up even more units. This could be very, very bad. No ghouls. We do see only one Crypt Fiend out on the map right now as the Skeletal Minions need to fight back still. Alright, there is a Storm Bolt. That Lich is now rather low on hit points. Now going to be standing on Blight still. You can see that the Skeletal Minions are now trying to fight back. What's going to be happening here? Another Storm Bolt coming in, already down to 18 hit points. And that is the problem with Lich first. Lich just getting completely countered. And this is one of the reasons why you don't see Lich first and a fast expansion coming in from Undead. It just doesn't work out well. And this is going to be appear to be a very, very fast game here, as the Mountain King may even get to level 4. There's the GG. And Th000 with a straight up build order win over Fantafiction here in Game 1. Please stay tuned for Game 2. I hope you guys did enjoy Game 1. Just very, very solid play. Th000 recognizing what his opponent was trying to do and coming up with the strategy, or knowing the strategy, to beat it immediately. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed Game 1. Please stay tuned for Game 2.